Test. What's up, Boss Fam? It is your boy DJ the Boss, and I am back with another Tuesday live. Hoping that this new microphone setup has fixed the quiet audio problem, but I will need one of you guys to hop into to the chat and let me know how I sound. Do I sound quieter than usual? Am I louder than usual? Am I way too loud and need to figure out a way to turn it down? But I've been paying attention to the comments and I've been hearing your guys' concerns and suggestions and complaints, trying something new. So let me know if it's working. Is this audio much better than the other lives? So if it's not, we will try something else. This will be my third different variation of the audio setup for the live stream, and I'm hoping that this one works the best. I don't necessarily like holding the microphone in my hand the entire time, but we'll figure that out. Uh, should we decide to keep this method? So let me know how the audio is sounding. Appreciate everybody for being here. Shout out to Lorena Ramirez for being the first person in the chat. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. Um, but today I wanted to talk about timing, cleaning business, timing, and when is one of the best times to be active, one of the best times to be selling and going after new business. When are you more likely to have more success? And so, if you want to learn about that, then that's what I'm talking about today. But I'm pretty much tapped out as new topics go. We're at the point now of the channel where we've put out almost 300 videos, and we've hit most of the topics that you can possibly have on the channel already. So I'm not coming up with like a whole bunch of new ideas for topics to help you guys out. So, and I know everyone obviously hasn't been subscribed to me since day one and hasn't seen all those original videos, and a lot of them actually need to be updated. But I still need you guys to ask questions so that I know what content to make, what's important to you guys, and what you guys are dealing with and what you guys are struggling with, so that I can make updated videos on those topics. Because I want to try to provide the most value in the cleaning industry for new cleaning business owners. So help me out, help you guys out. Let's see what's going on. Um, Still got the free proposal template. So if you don't have a way to present your offer to your clients, check out the link in the description for the proposal template for everyone who's new here and doesn't know that that exists. But really cool way to increase your closing rate. If you are just getting started, don't have a way to make sales, we do have a cold calling sales template that also has a bonus with some information about automating that system. So check that out. That's a paid resource, but still extremely useful. A lot of people have been reaching out to me saying that they've been loving the results that they've been getting from it. A lot of people are getting their first walkthroughs, and it's been really successful for a lot of people. Most of the people that have that's taken advantage of it and actually put it to use. So shout out to all of you guys. Um, I was absent last week because of holiday, Thanksgiving, and basketball tournament. So I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you guys spent time with your family and loved ones and got to have all that good family time and get regrounded. It always regrounds me to spend time with my family and share a love, share a meal, talk and catch up about things that we haven't been able to talk about and can catch up on. And life takes us apart, but I like those holidays that bring us together. So I hope all of you guys had a similar experience or was able to enjoy the holiday in your own way. But that was the reason why there was no Tuesday live last week, but we're back this week. I don't think very many people are on the live today. Let's see how many people. Oh, there actually is a good little amount of people. So shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to y'all for being the best cleaning business community on the internet. I love y'all. This channel doesn't exist without you guys supporting and watching and liking the videos. Speaking of which, like the video. If you're on the live right now, please go ahead and like the video. It really helps out. It encourages other people and the YouTube algorithms to show this to new people and that they can find this value and make this community even bigger, which means that we get to do even more on this channel. So it's good for everybody. Hit that like button for your boy. And yeah, all of you should already be subscribed to the channel. If you want to go the extra mile, then share the channel with your community or someone you think may benefit from being a part of a community of cleaning business owners that talk about owning and running and building cleaning business, commercial cleaning businesses in particular. But like I say all the time, the principles, the business principles and practices that apply to commercial cleaning also apply to every other service business. So plumbing, HVAC, being a barber, a hairdresser, or electrician, like all those service businesses, photographer, videographer, anything that you can do for someone else as a service, the same business principles always apply. So, but yeah, but today, oh, also, yes, get in the comments. If you have a question, I'm not going to talk for very long about today's live topic, which is timing. But I really want today to be more about answering your guys' questions, as I think that's usually the most beneficial. That's usually the most value that these lives produce is you guys ask the questions that are bothering you guys right now, which are dealing with in your cleaning business right now. I'm able to address them, and that in turn helps so many people. You guys really do not know how many people you help. You may think that your question has been answered before or has been or is a stupid question. I promise you there's no stupid questions. If you need to know something, you need to know something. So do not be afraid. Ask your question in the comment section, and in doing that, you will help yourself, and you will also help other people, in their business. Then you might, say something, or I might answer something in a way that I haven't before. That actually flips that light bulb on in someone else's head and helps them, further their business. And what's better than that? Not only are you able to make your life better, but you can make the lives of someone else better at the end of the day. But today's topic. Timing. Who says what's up? Let's see. Who else we got in here? Clean Taxes 21. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you. And we got Jajit Singh. Hi, DJ. What's up? Hey, I appreciate you guys for being here, man. Thank y'all, man. It's such a dope community. The love is real, man, and I really do appreciate it. I've been the same way since the start of this channel. I appreciate every single person that is a part of this community. You are all bosses because you are all putting in the work right now, doing the research, trying to get the information that you need to run your business. That's being a boss. You're not at work. You're doing this in your own time, and that's what it takes to be a boss. It's just like college. No one's gonna be chasing around you and checking on you to see if you did your homework or to see if you actually put in the work. It's on you. If you don't put in the work, then you don't eat. You don't work, you don't eat. And you guys know my slogan: if you run from the work, you might as well hide from the money. But shout out to all you guys for being here, and shout out to you guys for being the best cleaning business community on the internet. But today's topic, timing. One of the main things I want to say about timing is that, I guess, first off, fourth quarter is the number one time, bar none. So just to answer the question, and the elephant in the room, the answer to the question is fourth quarter. You know, October, November, December, September. This time of year is the best time to start a commercial cleaning business in particular, because a lot of businesses, they're making changes and getting ready for the new year. They like to keep things organized year by year. So if they're going to be making changes in expenses, which you guys would be for them, as your company would be an expense for them, as they're organizing those things for next year and the next calendar year, that's where they're thinking of making changes. If things are going to change, they're going to change at the top of the year or just before the new year, so that they have it, kind of already set up going into the new year. Really cool fact about my business is every year, in our first, you know 2 to 5 years of business, we almost doubled every year in the month of November, just specifically in the month of November. So November's already passed. So if you're not already being super active in trying to acquire new customers, if you're not, getting on your sales tip, lately, then you need to be on it, because you're already late for fourth quarter. We're already in December, is the last leg of it. So, but it's not over. It's still extremely active and extremely, this time is still a really good time to be reaching out to clients and trying to close new deals, because it's still before the new year. But my business has always almost doubled in November. Our biggest clients usually come to us in November. We usually do, almost just under $1 million in estimates just in the month of November, and sometimes, that doubles as well. So but it's really big on timing. So think about the the industries you're going after, the types of businesses that you're going after, and how they like to organize their expenses and how they like to organize their business in terms of the timing of when they would possibly be making switches. It's not the same for every business, but most businesses operate like that, and they want to have things organized for the calendar or even the fiscal year, which will be another calendar to watch out for, because some businesses or manage their business more based on the fiscal calendar than the 12-month calendar, than the yearly calendar. But timing is really important, because not all businesses are going to be looking for a new cleaner at the exact same time. Not all of them are going to be looking to grab a new cleaner in the fourth quarter, which is why you have to be doing this all year. It doesn't stop just because there's a good time or a time that works best for me. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't be marketing and selling and putting a good effort in all year. I just think that in the fourth quarter is a big, money moves in the fourth quarter. Everyone knows this. Fourth quarter is huge for everyone. Everyone spends the most on advertising at this time of year, because it's Christmas. People have money. They're getting bonuses. They're spending money. The economy is used to spending money around this time, and so advertisers know that, and that's why there's a lot of things being sold. You got Black Friday, one of the biggest sales day, probably the biggest sales day of the year. So the fact that money's moving around, if money's moving around, you want to get in there and move around with it, and make sure you can get your hands on some of it while it's being switched from hand to hand. So people are a lot less grabby with their money around this time of year. So it's easier to get some yeses. People are already in the habit of spending money. They know they're going to be spending money around this time of year. So it's just an easy sale, which is why I like the fourth quarter selling. But there are other times of the year, and for other industry types, or specific business types, where you can get a lot of business as well. Like some businesses just like to really focus in on spring cleaning, or businesses that are really seasonal, and they have foot traffic in very like dirty or like leafy areas and things like that. So they may be more closer to the fall, or the end of summer would be the time where they're looking for clients. And so just be mindful of that. Be mindful of the timing in which whatever client type you're going for may be looking to make switches in their business. So not even just switches in cleaning, whether they might be doing an overhaul or a renovation, or what time of year might their business be more busy, when might they have more foot traffic or less foot traffic, when are they more likely to have more employees in the building, or less employees in the building, and trying to hit that at least 30 to 40 days before, bringing those things up, 45 days, sometimes even 2 months. Like if you're going to do spring cleaning, I start advertising for spring cleaning at least about 45 days before it's even a thing. So because I like to be the person that brings it up, so be the person that brings up these things, to these businesses before these areas in the time of year happen. So before the new year comes, you should be, talking about your New Year's offer, your New Year's deals, or your New Year's specials, and not only is it is it related to the things that are going on right now. It's you know the, it's the perfect time. People are loose with their money, and people are more willing to actually do business with you. So keep that in mind. Right now, you should definitely be hustling. You should be hustling your ass off right now. You should be trying to get business like crazy because business is being done right now, and a lot of people are getting locked in for the full next year or even 3 years in some cases. So make sure you're taking advantage of this particular time of year. But as next year comes and 2024 progresses, be mindful of the types of businesses that you service or can service, and the times of year that they might be making switches in their business, changes in their business, or looking for new cleaners in their business. But I really want to answer some questions today, man. So if you have any question at all about your cleaning business or your commercial cleaning business, I would love to help you out. Hop in the comments, let me know what is on your mind. Let me see who we got in here. Let's make this a little bigger. All right, all right, all right. Clean Taxi 21 says it was nice. Had a good Thanksgiving. What did you guys eat, man? What's some of y'all favorite Thanksgiving food? My plate was full of the typical, I don't do a whole lot of turkey. I like ham over turkey, so I had a lot more ham than turkey. Obviously, some stuffing. The yams was off the chain. Mashed potatoes and gravy. Your typical standard, but it's tradition, and I love it. So, what'd you guys eat? Would you guys eat something exotic, something that's not really Thanksgiving food? Yeah, how was your Thanksgiving? Mine was good. I enjoyed it. I took the whole week off, which I usually don't do, but I decided it was better because I had my son's basketball tournament. I've been coaching, and yeah, so I just decided to take the week off. So I didn't do it live. I didn't go to work. I didn't do anything whatsoever. So just wanted to focus on family during that time. But I hope everyone else had something similar and got to spend some time with your family. Dark Meme, shout out to Dark Meme for the $2 donation, man. Love you, appreciate you so much. Once Dark Meme says, scored my first account since the last live. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. Man, y'all, shout out to Dark Meme, man. Big round of applause for my guy who has been supporting the channel nonstop for the last, I don't know how long. My guy's been one of the best members of this community, constantly, showing support, constantly showing love, adding value into the comment section, man. I love you. I'm happy for you, man. You were on your way, got your first account. Keep it going. Do not stop. Do not let it slow you down. As you get these accounts, do not slow down. Keep working like you do not have one. Keep moving with as much intensity. It should be still a desperation. That's the one thing that got me past the point where I could kind of fall back and just go back to zero and have to start all over again. Which could still happen, with the right amount, with the right events, the perfect storm. But push past this point. You got that 1, get to 2, get to 4, get to 10. Get to 20 clients. Keep pushing as long as you can. Keep working hard as long as you can, like you have 0 for as long as you can. That's like a lot of people like to refer to that in business as holding your breath. If you're holding your breath, like that means like doing things like not paying yourself as much as you should so that you can put more money into the business. That's holding your breath. Putting all your money back into your business and waiting till it's big enough to actually either sell or start to pay yourself a reasonable salary. That's holding your breath. And the person in business who can hold their breath the longest is going to win in the long term. I promise you. I absolutely promise you. It's the reason why I was able to get into this niche of YouTube cleaning business YouTubers, is because I waited super long to monetize my channel. I gave a ton of value away for absolutely free, and I could have monetized a long, long time ago, and I just did not. I was holding my breath, trying to see how long I could hold my breath. And had I, if I was still on that, still doing that, I think I would probably even still be further along in terms of brand. But but I like where we are. We're still a great community, and I'm more than happy with where we are. I'm just saying that generally in business, if you hold your breath the longest, you're going to win. If you're not paying yourself and you're dumping all your money back into your business, you're holding your breath, you're going to beat someone who's not and just taking money to spend to buy the new Jordans or buy whatever they want to buy or the new car. So keep holding your breath, man. It's also holding your breath to work hard, keeping your head down. Even if you have to pay yourself, if you're working hard and you're spending most of your free time working on your business and trying to grow your business, that's holding your breath. And the longer you do that, and the longer you focus and you don't get distracted and let something else start taking up the time that you put into your business, then that's holding your breath, and you keep your head down under that water for as long as you can. And I promise you, you will forget that you're doing it. It'll become a way of life, and one day you'll look up and you'll be like, "Whoa, I'm good. I'm like good. I'm good enough to help somebody else." And that's where you want to get to. So keep going, man. Keep holding your breath. I'm super proud of you. Shout out to Dark Meme again. Big congratulations, man. Let's see, who do we have in here? We have a question from Musa Abala Musa. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you being in in the chat and a part of this live stream. Musa asks, he says, "How do I get more leads? I'm struggling competing with bigger fishes." I mean, it depends on how you're going about uh, approaching these leads or prospecting. Are you targeting everyone? Do you have a specific client type? Obviously, it's going to be better if you have a specific client type because you can be looked at as more of a specialist in that particular area or in their problems, and that'll help you, close more deals or attract more of those client types when your pictures and your words, the things you talk about, are specific to their issues and their problems. So let's see. So I want to score my first account. Yeah, it's hustle and it's a numbers game. You got to figure out which tactic works best for you, which means you're gonna have to stick to one. You're gonna have to pick one. You're not gonna know. Like, say if you're deciding whether you want to spend all your time focusing on email or if you want to spend all your time focusing on social media and organic content, trying to attract clients that way, or if you're trying to focus on cold calling or cold sales and door knocking, if you want to focus on that, and if you're trying to decide between which one of those things to do, I would say split it up 80% one thing. 80% of one thing. One of those systems has to be the main thing that you do and that you are going to dedicate yourself to not only doing but improving at and getting good at. So you're going to have to pick one. Here's the good and the bad news is you're never going to know the alternative. You're never going to know how picking the other one would have went for you. You will never know. The second you pick one, the other alternatives you will never know the answer to. So that's the good and the bad news. But you have to pick one though. Get started. Pick one, do it to the best of your ability and learn how to do it to the best of your ability. Get better at it. And if that doesn't work after you've put an actual reasonable effort into it, a business effort, which doesn't mean you tried it for a day, doesn't mean you tried it for 30 days, doesn't mean you tried it for 60 days. Try it for an actual amount of time. Be able to evaluate yourself on whether or not you are actually good at it or not. Make the efforts to improve, and then try again, and keep trying again while you're doing these other things on the side with that 20%. And with that 20%, yeah, it's almost like you're experimenting, trying to where you have extra time from your main thing, trying to figure out how to make the things that you're doing in that 20%, whether that's email or organic content on whatever platform you're focusing on. But that's where you want to spend that 20% of energy just learning those things, learning those platforms, learning a little bit about those things and trying to execute as much as you can. If one of those things obviously starts to do better than the thing you're spending 80% of your time on, and you notice that you're better at this than you are at the other thing, then you switch. Then that becomes your 80%. But looking at it that way, along with obviously niching down a lot more than you probably already are, will help you close more deals. Will help you, attract more clients, and they'll be the clients that you want because you've chosen them. You've picked the client type. To compete with bigger fish, you really just you got to do as much as you can for free to appear like a good business. Your proposal. So if you don't have the proposal template, go download the proposal so that when you're submitting paperwork digitally, that you look like a professional and that you look like you put time into your business. If you don't look like you put time into your business, then anyone else who's put time into their business isn't going to do business with you. They want to do business with other people who take their business seriously because they have they have business goals and objectives that they're trying to hit. So be accountable. Uh, so you said specifically leads. So leads. I'm assuming that means attracting clients. That means everything that you put in front of them needs to look as best as you can possibly make it. And that doesn't mean go and get stock images so you have high quality pictures. You need to have original content, pictures of your business, your people cleaning or you cleaning. It doesn't have to be the super polished professional stock image type of photo. It shows that you put effort into your business if you took the time to actually take pictures of your before and afters or the types of clients that you serve and how that matches who you're trying to target. That's where I would go with that. So, shout out to Musa for the question. I think that was a dope question. Appreciate you. I think that was really valuable for a lot of people, even people in the future who will see this video and be able to use some of that information. But I hope this also helps you. Hopefully, I answered your question. If I didn't, feel free to ask me to clarify on anything at all. But that's where I would start with with the information that I have. So, appreciate you. So let's hit the next question. I'm liking this, man. I'm feeling like I'm on a roll. Also, can I get an audio check? I don't know if my audio is. Oh, somebody did. Lorena Ramirez says, yes, it's way better. Good. I was hoping that was the case. My signal says that it's peaking, but I'm going to assume that there's something going on in my computer. The last microphone setup said that everything was perfectly fine, but that ended up being too low. So now that this microphone setup is peaking, according to it, uh, you know, maybe too high is exactly right where it needs to be. So now have to look into that later. But I appreciate you, Lorena. Thank you for helping me out. Let's hit the next question. Let's see. Cleantastic21 says, I got my notepad and I'm hitting the Mississippi streets wide open. No luck yet, but I'm out here. Hey, it's like that sometimes, especially in the beginning. What's funny is, like, we go days without getting business. We go weeks without getting business. We go something, we typically don't, we try not to go a month without getting business. It's happened before. But we're spending 8 hours a day across multiple people trying to get new business, and we still go days without getting business. So you who is just doing this by yourself is going days or been a couple weeks or a month without getting business. Understand that that's just business. We all don't get our big, huge, especially commercial. If we're going up the commercial accounts, those jobs, that money doesn't come every day. That's not an everyday thing. We don't get those huge $100,000 a year clients every day. We're not landing those every single day. I'm not to that point anyway, until I cross a few more states. But I'm not there yet. So even if you don't have clients and you're running around and saying, "No, I'm not getting any clients. I'm not getting any clients," you're not the only one. None of us are. All of us are not. There's days where all of us are not. There's week spans where all of us are not. You know, this particular time of year, we're pretty busy and we do a lot of, there's pretty much something on the table every day. But this is a very active time of the year, which is why I say this is the time to start a commercial cleaning business is right now. Late in the year before that new year pops up. And of course, obviously, the start of the new year, the companies that are just now thinking about it on the back burner, you want to catch those as well. So right after the new year is also still a really good time because those businesses are still trying to organize and get everything ready for the rest of the year. What was I talking about? Let's see. Oh, yeah, Clean Taxes 21, hitting the streets in Mississippi. Yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to Mississippi. Stay out there. Stay out there. Keep doing it. Keep hustling. Yeah, understand that you can go days without business. You can go days. I don't know who from my company is calling me, but yeah, you can go days, you can go weeks, you can go months without business, or a month without business. I wouldn't go months without getting business, but that's business. That's just how it is. So even the biggest companies you can think of that do the however many millions you want to do, Some days they don't get business either. That's just how it is. So understand that and let that be some encouragement for you to keep going. You didn't get business today, cool. You probably won't get business tomorrow, but you should try. You should try because it might be the day that you come across that big client. So let's see who else is in here. Musa Musa says, true that. Check my question. Yeah, I think I got you already, boss. I'm on the roll here. Let's see. Darkroom says, just the beginning. I appreciate you, bro. Yep, absolutely. It is just the beginning. Stay on the path, man. Keep going. Keep going. You'll join my six-figure club after a while. So we got a few people in the six-figure club. I think we're up to like maybe 4 people from the community that are now above 6 figures. One of them above $500,000 already. So yeah, come join the ranks, man. I can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see you up here in the 7-figure club with me. But yeah, that's the next goal for you, man. Keep hustling till you're in that 6-figure ballpark club. Then you reevaluate, see how you can, change your business to help shoot you to that next level. Let's see. Here we got Jajit Singh says, hi DJ, bought the cold calling template, but I am unable to open it. So I think the only people that have had issues with opening the cold call template is, understand it's a Google Doc. And also it may be easier on mobile than on desktop. Give it a try on mobile. If it's still not working for you, then just send me an email and I'll get it right to you. So send me an email. My email is marketing@9mediacreative.com. Send me a quick email or just let me know what your order number is, and I'll make sure we get something to get it fixed for you, and immediately after that. This happened for like 2 other people that I saw. I think one of them just said that it didn't work for them on their desktop. As soon as they switched to mobile, it worked. So, but yeah, try that. Try opening it on mobile. If that doesn't work, just send me an email, a quick message on any of the platforms, and give me your order number, and I'll make sure we get it, and make sure we get something that you can open. Clean21 says, I think I would pass out from holding my breath. You should feel like you're about to pass out, and that's when you finally take a breath. That's when you finally can take some money off the table. But you got to hold your breath first. You got to get in that water, and you ain't gonna be able to breathe underwater. So hold your breath. That's where it starts, man. Whoever holds their breath the longest is going to win. Let's see. Musa says, I have some residential jobs that I'm doing, but I have no commercial jobs yet. Spend some time trying to get some commercial accounts. Pick a commercial account type to try to go after. And I think it's going to be hard if you focus on one account type and getting good at speaking to that one account type, that when you speak to that account type, that they won't be much more impressed with you than any other cleaning company, because it would almost seem like you were made for them. And you're probably going to be one of the only, depending on the niche that you decide, if you're creative enough, you could be the only person in your area servicing specifically these types of businesses. So let's see who else we got. Who says, help, bros. Much love. Absolutely, man. It's all love over here. I appreciate you, man. I want the best for everybody. I want everybody to have some success. And I want everybody to be able to change their lives, do what they want to do in their lives, have jobs that they want, create jobs for other people, help their family. I'm really hoping that I'm able to influence some of that positive things happening in the world, in the way that I can. Lorena Ramirez says, I specialize in residential and commercial, but lending more towards commercial. Have 2 small accounts, live in a small town, get a lot of, I already have a cleaning business. Yeah, I mean, this isn't a new business, guys. This isn't like a new idea. Cleaning for people is one of the oldest things that you can do. It's one of the most tried and true things as well. But there's going to be competition. This isn't this isn't a you can just do this and you're the only person doing it. But there's enough business out there for everybody. I promise you. If you're in a small town, do some traveling. It's worth it. So what if you're an hour away from your main client base? Drive an hour. I mean, like, what are we talking about here? What is it that you're trying to do? You're trying to live a lifestyle that only 0.1 of the percent of the population gets to live. You should be engaging in activities that you have to do things that only 0.1% of the population probably wouldn't do. Most people probably wouldn't drive that hour to go and have a client base in a nearby big metropolitan city. They just wouldn't do that. That's why it's left to the people who would, the 0.1%. So understand the audacity of what you're asking for. If we're not, this isn't for people who like you. People really are underplaying this whole business owner thing. This ain't a game. Like this is not a game. This is not a game. There's people really out here trying to do this. Let's see, where was I? But yeah, there's gonna be other business. Go get it. Go get it. There's plenty of business out there. The I live in a small town thing is just that's at the end of the day it's just an excuse. There's plenty of people from small towns that make it big. So be better than the people in your town, and then go compete in some other towns around your area. Spread out a little bit. Move around. Get it done. To whatever obstacles you have in your way, it's like you can't just give in to the obstacles. It's like that. Is it over then? Like, are you just gonna quit? Like, whatever. So people always say, "Well, I have this problem." I'm like, okay, so are you gonna quit? Like, that's the only question. That's the only question you need to answer. Are you gonna quit? Are you gonna quit? Are you gonna quit? That's it. Because if the answer is no, then you go through whatever you need to go through. If the answer is you're not gonna quit, then you go through whatever is needed in order to get to the other side. Now, I talk about, I've been talking about my coach's basketball, my coaching my son's basketball team. This is all I've been doing with the last week, a couple weeks of my of my life. I've been so deep into fifth grade basketball, as I love my son so much, and I love helping these young men. But my son was having this issue of kind of just giving in or saying that I can't, and I hate that so much. And so I was trying to beat the same message into him. And I was like you the second you say you can't, you're right. The second you say you can't, or the second you say it's too hard, you're absolutely right. So do not. The team got in trouble, and I ran them until they either puked or quit. And that was the only question: is are you going to quit? You want to keep playing basketball? Then you're going to keep running, because it doesn't matter. It's a long season. We're not we can't run until tomorrow, so the running will eventually end. You just push through it. Push through it. You got to push through it. That's what all of life is going to entail. You have to push through it. Are you going to quit? That is the answer. The question. That is the question: is are you going to quit? Whatever problem you're going to tell me that you have, whatever difficulty you're going to tell me that you have, I'm going to ask you, well, are you going to quit? Is that going to make you quit? Is that enough to knock you out? Is that all it takes? That particular issue, that's your Achilles heel. That's the reason why you can't, be successful. Or are you going to work around it? Are you going to find a way around it? Let's see who we got. Man, tell me more. Tell tell me about commercial. Good but hard. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's hard. These are commercial accounts. Like I said, understand the audacity of what you're trying to do. Like, you're trying to do business with other business people. Your business is new, which means you're probably unexperienced in doing business. You're trying to do business and commercial with. That means these people are good at business. They're already successful business people because they are already hiring support for their business, which is you, the cleaning company. So they're good at business already. You think that you who have no business experience whatsoever is just gonna walk in and be good at doing business with people who have been doing business for 20, 30 years. And everyone thinks that you can just walk in and it's gonna be great and I'm gonna do well. Like, no, you're probably not. But that's not like a bad thing. It doesn't mean you're dumb or you're stupid or you don't know anything or you're not a good person or you don't have the potential to be a good business owner or a good CEO. It just means you lack the experience. You haven't done it yet. It's unreasonable to think that you would be good at it your first time out, your first year out, your first 2 years out, especially when you compare. You keep comparing to people who have been in business for, multiple years. It's just unreasonable. You do it for a year, every day, 8 hours a day for a year, then it's unreasonable for you to suck at it. See what I'm saying? Like once you do it for a long time, it's unreasonable for you to be bad at it. But before you have that experience, it's unreasonable to think you're going to be good at it. Put in the work, get to it the sooner you start it. The biggest regret of most any business owner, any successful business owner I've ever heard, they always say their biggest regret is that they didn't start sooner. So what does that tell you? Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm going to start in January or first of the year, December, November. I'm going to start at some other later date." Why? Why? What is stopping you from going to go and sign up for whatever social media platforms, which are free? What's stopping you from doing that right now? What's stopping you from looking up and figuring out if your name is already trademarked or taken by another business? What's stopping you? What's stopping you from reaching out? You don't need you don't need a license to call people and ask them, "Hey, can I clean your toilet or can I clean your building for you?" You don't need anything for that. What's stopping you? Businesses make money. Businesses isn't an LLC. It isn't a bank account. It isn't a logo. It isn't a uniform. That's not what business is. Business is you're providing something to someone. You're exchanging value. I'm gonna do this or give this to you. You're gonna give me money. As basic as that is, that's doing business. And everyone tries to dress it all up. All that other stuff, the LLC, the bank account, the logo and the colors and the branding, and all that's dressing up the actual business. That's just putting clothes on top of the actual business. So businesses that have terrible process and procedures, and there's infighting, and and they're falling apart on the inside. They have bad finances, but they got the nice logo and the nice company trucks, and that's putting Gucci on garbage. The actual business is what you should be focusing on. Let's not dress up garbage. Like build, the business. Do the actual business. Sell the service. Do the service. That's it. An exchange of value for money. Exchange of a service or a good for money. Do the business part. That's what's important. Everything else, extra, just extra. At the end of the day, you provide a good service or a good product, the business will build itself. Everything else around it will build itself. Let's see. Remember, it says dropping gems. I'm trying my best. I'm just over here talking, man. I'm just over here talking. So that's my issue. Also, I'm thinking about going out of my city completely. Yeah, do it. Do it. Plenty of people have commutes to work. Plenty of people have commutes to work. You know, at some point, your goal is at the end of it is going to be to not be there anyway. You're going to be setting up processes and procedures for things to happen without you. So it's not forever, but you have to you have to strap in for the time period that it's going to require you to be an hour away from home, or sitting in traffic for an hour to drive another hour to get to where the money is, to where the business is, to build your business. It's what you're trying to do is bigger than whatever the commute is going to be to make it happen. So because if you're able to look back on your life in some hypothetical future and be like, hey, if you would have did this, you would be here right now, and you would be pissed at yourself if you're able to see that and be like, hey, if you would have just took this hour commute, you could have, to do this business thing that you were thinking about doing, you would have been a decamillionaire at this particular later time in your life. Don't let that be the case. Basically, it's just regret. Don't have regret. Try. Don't have regret. Don't let something small as the distance between you and where there's more business be the reason that you didn't try to start a business, and then you look back on your life and say, dang, I really could have started that business, but like you don't want to say, but I felt like I didn't want to drive an hour to Manhattan, or I didn't want to drive an hour to Houston to be in where everyone's doing business. That just sounds terrible. That just sounds awful. Let's see. Is it unprofessional to try to undercut a different company to score in accounts? Unprofessional? Unprofessional? No. I mean, there may be some like Yeah, maybe slightly iffy ethics or morals, maybe if you want to take it there. But it's business, man. It's business. It's not personal. I'm not undercutting you so that you can't provide for your family. I'm undercutting you so I can try to get some business, man. If I can provide a service at a lower cost I can run my business doing that, I'm gonna undercut you. It's business. If I can make a profit, if I can make a profit and I want that underneath the price that you're providing it for that client and it works for my business, I'll undercut you too. It's not unprofessional. It's just business. Business is cutthroat like that. You know, some businesses, they try to be the person who's the cheapest price. I don't necessarily recommend, selling price. I never sell price. I never negotiate on price isn't the thing that I sell my business on. We're not the cheapest. I don't ever want to be looked at as the cheapest or most affordable or cost effective option. Uh, and so the companies that like to undercut, I'll let them do that. Cool. They undercut. If they match, that means they match. If a client takes someone who undercuts you as a client over you, then they match with that client better than you did. They match with them better than you did. Provide you know provide your value because I do bids and people provide bids to the same companies that I go after and they undercut they give them lower prices all the time, but it's not about the price. It's rarely ever about the price. It's I'm a better match for this client, or at least they feel like I'm a better match for them because of the things that the value that I've provided for them, and the way that I've been able to communicate how my service is going to benefit them. Probably because I'm targeting them specifically, and they feel like I'm the expert for their business. You know, in this area, you think anybody is going to be able to close more gymnastics facilities than me? No, absolutely not. I have so much since the gymnastic facility was my first client. I have so much content for cleaning a gymnastics facility. If you look at that section of my website about cleaning, if you're a gymnastics facility owner and you're looking for someone to clean your gymnastics facility, and me and my company come up who's been doing it for 7 years and has a bunch of content about cleaning specifically that type of business, you think they're gonna go with anybody else, no matter how low the price is? It won't matter. It won't matter if you undercut me. You can undercut me by a half. You can say I'll do it for half, and they still probably be like, nah. I think I probably still want to go with the guys who do this. So it's just business. It's not personal. It's not a bad thing. You know, depending on person to person, it could be some slightly questionable ethics or morals with undercutting, but it's just business, man. It's just business. It's cutthroat out here. It gets a lot worse than somebody undercutting your price. Trust me. It can get a lot worse. It can get a lot worse. And if you're planning to undercut someone, just make sure you're not doing it just to undercut them, and then you put yourself in a position where you can't even hire someone and get out of that account. Make sure that you're still profitable. If you can undercut someone and still be profitable and make enough money that the money that you need for your business, then cool. Then you can do it for that price, and you can be the more affordable option. But that's my only caution to the undercutting. Sorry about the beep, and I got a smoke detector that I'm pretty sure the battery is dying, which is why it's yelling at me. I walked into the office today and saw that was happening. So sorry about that. I know that annoying this that beeping is annoying you guys, 'cause it's annoying the hell out of me. So let's see what else we got in here. If you guys have any other questions about your business, about the cleaning business, want to have any other concerns, let me know, or just want to talk about anything in particular, let me know. I'm here. We got a few more minutes left, and I'm gonna get ready for basketball practice. Uh, let's see. One thing I did find out in the last month or so is a DUNS number is important. Yes, a DUNS number is important. It's part of the setup of your business. So after you get your LLC, you get your EIN number. That allows you to get your bank account. Your business license will allow you to do your business in your state and be registered for all the applicable taxes and stuff in your state and the parts of your state where you're doing business. So, Uncle Sam can get their money from you. But on the EIN number side and DUNS number side, EIN is like the social security number for your business, and that DUNS number is like a more like a credit social security number. It's good what they're going to use to determine your business credit worthiness is your DUNS report. So definitely very important for especially for those of you who want to later on down the line build business credit and get company vehicles and and those type of things. So Brian Magana says, I finally got a line of credit over $80,000. Was wondering best options to invest my money to grow my business. Uh, I don't like. I mean, you can use it to cover your the expenses that you already have and just pay it off. So I mean, so you want to. No, that's personal. If it's not personally guaranteed, if it's personally guaranteed, I probably just wouldn't even use it. But if it's not personally guaranteed and completely, if your social security isn't tied to the account whatsoever and it doesn't report on your personal credit whatsoever, then however you see fit, as long as you don't go out of business, it really doesn't matter. You can't go wrong. If it is tied to your personal, if it reports on your personal at any point whatsoever, then you might want to be a little bit more strategic with how you go about it, and you want to make sure that you're just doing things like covering the expenses that you already have and using that money to and make sure that money goes back into that account to pay that off, so that when something does come up, you have all of that money available to you. So, but yeah, kudos to you. It's just leverage. It's leverage. It's not for you to risk and try to go to zero with that amount of money. You don't want to put your business in debt. But yeah, definitely don't be afraid to use it and leverage it for the right reasons. Uh, if you pull from it, make sure you put back into it. I don't like. I like making money and not having to pay it back. I like not having payments, so I usually try to do everything in just a cash positive way. I have lines of credit, but we just don't need them. We really just do not. We just prefer to pay for everything in cash. But I've seen it work. I've seen people, take $100,000 credit line and build a $2 million business in a year. So if it's tied to your personal, be very strategic. If it's not, then yeah, you get to experiment a little bit. Take 5, 10 here, 5 there, 2,500 here, and try some things. Try some things out. Make sure you're building the infrastructure and creating processes and procedures, and yeah, and just keep moving forward, man. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Don't spend it like you made the 80. Don't spend it like you made that amount of money, because you didn't. And you have to figure out how to make that amount of money. And then once you're making the $80,000 in net profit a month, then cool. You can max that shit out every month. Max that shit out every month. Trying new things and experimenting, because you can cover it all and do it again the next month. So, but that's how I would approach it. Let's see. Let's see. Is that all the questions? Anybody else got any questions? Because we're just about out of time for today. If no one else has any other questions, then yeah, we'll be signing off. I'm gonna head and go get ready for basketball practice as we get ready for our first regular season game. So we'll be playing at home against Kamiak, who uh, kind of gave me and my son the runaround before this season this summer when we were trying to join a program to play and coach. They kind of gave us a runaround. So this one's gonna be personal. This one's gonna be personal. So we want to go in there and we want to bust heads. So we're gonna go in here and try to get this dub, get the boys ready through practice this week. Yeah, but that's what I'm gonna be up to. Try to get a bunch of videos out for the rest of the year. I really want to try a big push for content through the end of this year to go into next year, having having hit some of my own personal goals for this channel. So be on the lookout, man. Make sure you like the videos and like the things that as they come out. Hit like on this video, of course, if you're here now. I appreciate you guys making it this far into the live. Thank y'all so much again for being the best cleaning business community on the internet. I really appreciate it. Everyone else in the community appreciates you being here specifically because of all of your participation. It makes it better for everyone else in the community. So I love y'all. I really do. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to download the proposal template. Everyone's having success, as you can see, with the cold call template and getting new business. So if you haven't already, we haven't hit 100 people. 100 people haven't purchased it yet. So we hit like 80, and then it just like halted. And I think it's because I didn't post anything or I haven't posted any videos all week. But go get the cold call template before the 100th person buys it, and then that price shoots back up to like $70. So it's only $25 right now, which is crazy that you can. This is a system that you can build a six-figure business off of. It's only $25. That the math is simple. Go get the cold call template. Be one of the first 100 people that got it for $25. Even at the $70 that that is, that it's posted at after the sale is still a crazy deal. Still a crazy deal. To pay someone to write this would cost more than that. Like to pay someone to come up with this would cost more than that. So go get it. Don't kick yourself in the butt. People are already making money. People are already going on their first walkthroughs and bids. So download the cold call template. What else we got for you guys? Share this channel with your friends or your other cleaning business community so they get some of this value as well. We're trying to build the biggest and most valuable cleaning business community. That's going to be the new goal. Let's see what else we got. These lives are up for the day, and then they go to members only. So if you want to become a member of the channel, feel free to do so. The link is always in the description. And I think that is pretty much it, man. Oh, out here in Seattle, if anybody else is out here in Seattle, you already know why I'm doing this. Thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving. Love y'all, man. Keep that boss mentality. Peace.